Welcome back. Japan's Prime Minister Shinzo Abe will meet with President-elect Donald Trump today in New York, becoming the first foreign leader to do so since the election. The meeting coming amid concern over Trump's foreign and trade policies. Trump has condemned the Trans-Pacific Partnership, which lowers trade barriers for Japan and several other countries. Joining us right now is the Chairman and CEO of Nissan Renault, Carlos Ghosn, is joining us. Good to see you, Carlos.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. What's your take on Donald Trump's trade policies?
Well, I think we're business people. We're going to have to look at execution, exactly what is going to be executed, how it's going to be executed. At the same time, we are, as business people, we are very pragmatic, we are realistic. We will adapt to any situation which would be created by an eventual new policy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it remains to be seen.
Yeah.
He threatened tariffs, but then a lot of people say he's not going to put those tariffs in. He's not going to bust up an economy that's just coming back.
Yeah. Because of all these uncertainty, what is in the program and what's going to be executed and how is it going to be executed, we have to be extremely prudent, not to preempt anything.
Yeah.
But again, that means we're pragmatic. We will adapt to any situation.
Carlos, Nissan really leads the charge in terms of innovation. The last time you joined us, you told us all about technology in the car right now, and I was so fascinated by some of the things that you were able to do. The company is now aiming to roll out a commercially viable self-driving car by 2020. What steps are you taking to realize that vision? Tell us how that's coming along.
Look, I think this is extremely important, and we are testing it. We have already sold in Japan and put in Japan a first wave of this technology, which is autonomous drive, one lane on the highway. We put it in a minivan that we are selling in Japan, and what's important is that 60% of the people buying the car are taking this option, and this is a paying option, which means that there is an appetite from consumer for something driving to autonomous cars. Now, it's going to come in waves. First, you're going to have highway autonomous drive, and then the most complicated is going to be in 2020, which is city driving autonomous drive. Autonomous drive is not a car without a driver. Is you are in the car and you decide when you want to drive and when you want to let the car drive you.
Yeah, I think that seems that it would resonate better with people than just self-driving. Yeah. Because you can make the decision. Look, you don't buy a car not to drive. People get in their car. They want to own it. They want to drive.
Yeah. Well, there are two different needs here. Cars without the driver is for some specific needs. You got robot taxi, commercial uses, and then you have autonomous cars where you are driving and you decide when you want to drive or not. But this is linked to connectivity of the car, because if you don't want to drive, well, you want to be able to do something else. That's where the connectivity of the car is important, because if you can, for example, have a video conference or be able to do some work in your car, then it becomes very useful.
Tell us about the technology within a car right now, whether it's autonomous or not. What other technology features are you working on?
Well, the connectivity is very important. Autonomous is important. Connectivity is very important. Electric cars are absolutely becoming mainstream. You're seeing it. That
really?
We were the first one to launch electric car in 2008.
I know you
going for the bulk of the market, the core of the market, where Tesla was going to more premium kind of cars. And today, all the car makers are coming with electric cars. And why they're coming with electric cars? Not so much because there is a lot of demand on the market, but the emission regulation worldwide are becoming so strict that there is no way any car maker is going to meet these emissions standards without zero-emission cars, and zero-emission car today is electric car.
Do you think that we could see a rollback of regulations from the EPA? Because Donald Trump, that's one of the things he keeps saying.
It's possible. Yeah. I mean, obviously, the president-elect has said things into this direction. Again, we have to be attentive to what's going to be executed. But let's not forget that we do cars worldwide. That means we have to take in consideration China, Japan, Europe. And I can tell you that everything we're seeing in the other markets is stricter emission standards.
How does the economy look to you right now, Carlos?
Good.
Yeah?
Well, oh, yeah, good. That means this is going to be a year of record sales for the U.S. Auto industry, 17.5, 17.6 million cars. We think next year is going to be at least at this level. Obviously, how much more will depend on the president-elect decisions in the economy and the expectation about the economy when things will be clearer about the priority and the decision. But I'm optimistic. I think this market will continue to go up.
Do you like the idea that business people are going to be in some key roles? I mean, you've got people like Fred Smith, CEO of FedEx, meeting with Trump today.
Yeah.
Got people like Jamie Dimon in the running for Treasury Secretary. As a businessman, do you want to see more business people in the administration?
Without any doubt. I mean, I'm not saying this only in the U.S. I mean, in every country, having a mix of people representing society, business people being a big part of society, that they should be in the team leading the country. I think it's a guarantee of pragmatism and realism into all the decisions that will be taken.
Now, yesterday we saw the big reveal we were talking about the Rogue, Nissan Rogue, and your partnership with Star Wars.
Yeah.
What was behind that?
You know, first, this car is coming in a segment of the market in the U.S. which is growing. I mean, all the other, large pickup truck, sedans, etc., are stagnating. But the segment which is growing is the crossover. It's a small SUV segment, and Rogue is in this segment. And second, competition is tough. You have so much cars, offers. You need to distinguish yourself. You distinguish yourself with the technology, but also with something which is very important. The car is still a subjective object where you need to create some emotion. And Rogue and Star Wars is an excellent idea.
I love it. And it looks like a beautiful car. Congratulations, Carlos.
Thank you.
Great to see you. Thanks so much. Carlos Ghosn joining us. Coming up.